Say hello. Say hello. Good boy. Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are going to talk about how to write your own workout. I do want to give a quick disclaimer that writing a workout is not the same as programming. I'm going to be talking about just how to write one workout. And this is more for like the beginning crowd, or just like if you're like, you know, like a gym vet and you're still like, I don't know what I'm doing, this video's for you. Alright, first thing you're gonna do is decide whether you are doing full body, are you doing lower body, upper body, are you doing cardio, are you doing a push or a pull. Some people like to break it up by muscle groups. That's totally up to you, but first step is deciding what is your workout going to be based on. So after that, you are going to pick a compound lift. So your compound lifts are like your main lifts. So those are gonna look like squat, whether it's front or back. That's gonna be your deadlift. That's gonna be your overhead press. That's gonna be your bench press. That's gonna be your hip thrust. That's gonna be your clean. That's gonna be your snatch. So that just depends on whatever you're doing that day and what you want to accomplish from that workout. Now, if you're doing cardio, you don't need a compound lift. However, you can turn anything into cardio. Cardio does not always mean running. Of course, running is cardio, but cardio does not always mean running, if that makes sense. Once you've decided like what you're going to do, the goal of the day, what's the goal gonna be? We will get to cardio in a second, but I do kind of want to talk about just like your main like weightlifting kind of days. I want you to pick like 4 to 5 exercises to be in your workout. So like I said, that compound lift, that's typically gonna be like your first lift. And everything else is going to be accessories for that. And I'll give you guys examples at the end of the video of like a full body, an upper, lower, and a cardio. And obviously there's other ways you can do that as well, but these are just examples. Once you've picked your compound lift, you are going to choose accessories for that lift and for whatever day you're doing. If you're doing a full body, like a full body day, and you have chosen your compound lift, then your accessories are going to be things that like the other parts of your body that you need to hit. Say, for example, my compound lift is back squat. Obviously, back squat is hitting a lot more legs, so you want to make sure that the rest of the accessories are hitting the rest of your body. So if you're doing, like, for example, an upper body day, and your compound lift is bench, let's pick accessories that are either going to help you with bench or help you with your like the rest of the upper body muscles that you want to hit. So you can, this kind of goes a little bit more into programming, but if you wanted to get better at a specific lift, the accessories should help you get stronger at that lift. But if you're just worried about getting stronger in general or building muscles in general, I would focus on accessories that are going to help with the rest of the muscles in the upper body, or the lower body, whichever you're doing that day. If you're not working on that, getting better at that specific lift, choose accessories that are going to help out the rest of the upper body or the rest of the lower body, if that makes sense. So I did want to talk about a little bit about like rep and set scheme. This can be like kind of confusing, so you're like, how many do I do? What's the plan here? And I'm sorry to say, but that's kind of based on what your goal is. And that also depends on like what percentages you're working with. And I know this kind of gets into like the muddy technical aspects of it, that takes a little bit more practice to know, and we will explain all of that later. I am going to do another video talking about the OPT model, which I know we've talked about a little bit, but this is gonna like clear it up a little bit. I would say it's never a bad, like if you're just starting out, you're brand new, you have no idea what you're doing, best starting spot is 3 sets of 10. So you're gonna do 10 of whatever the exercise is and do that 3 times and rest in between each group. Like you've done 10, cool, rest. Now do that 2 more times. That'll be 3 sets of 10. To make it very, like this is super simplifying it, but the higher your weight goes, the lower your reps go. So if I'm doing like super lightweight, 3 sets of 10 is wonderful, or 5 sets of 10, just sets of 10 are gonna be really good. If you are going like heavier, then I would do like a set of like 3. And if you're like maxing out, which just is only 1. Typically starting out, I would say keep it like your reps like 8 to 10, 6 to 10, 8 to 10, 6 to 10. It's kind of hard to go wrong with. Just make sure you're watching that weight on that. You always want to be able to work with a weight that you can keep your form going. Never sacrifice your form for a specific weight. You're gonna get hurt. It's not gonna look pretty. Just don't do it. Form is your focus. Form is your absolute focus. Going off of reps and set schemes, I did want to talk about cardio for a second again. So cardio, you can do like 3 sets of 10 of what you're doing, or like, 4 sets of 5 or whatever that looks like. And like I said earlier, anything can be turned into cardio. However, there are different mechanisms that we train cardio for, and I wanted to talk about a few of them. So you will probably hear trainers and group fitness people like talk about this a lot. There's a lot of acronyms that we're about to go over, so take notes if you need to. So first one is AMRAP. So that's just as many rounds as possible. So that's like you have like 5 to 10 exercises, and you do them over and over and over for an allotted time. 20 to 35, like 20 to 40, 20 to 35 minutes is like usually a good time, but you can do it like 1 minute if you want to. Like it just depends. Another one is start to finish. So start to finish is, or STF, that's literally, it's typically like, if it's cardio, like honestly like 10 to 20 exercises, and basically it's exactly what it sounds like. You start at the first exercise and you do the next and 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 the next until you do that final exercise, and it's not for like rounds or anything, it's just and you're done. Next one is Tabata. So Tabata is really cool, really interesting. I like it a lot. So a good example would be a 20-10 Tabata. So that would be 20 seconds on and then 10 seconds off. And you can do this in rounds as well. So like a very typical Tabata would be like 4 rounds, but 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. So you would do like 20 seconds of jumping jacks and then like rest for 10 seconds. And you can do that for 4 rounds, or you can do like the next exercise 20, rest for 10, next exercise 20, 10, and do like that for 4 rounds. It just depends on what you feel like doing. It's your workout, so it's your workout. Then rounds is very similar to just like sets and reps. It's actually pretty much exactly what it is. So like you would do 4 rounds of like, these 3 exercises, and then like 3 rounds of like these 3 exercises or whatever. Cardio you can kind of get a little bit more creative with, and just do basically whatever you want. With cardio, as long as your heart rate's going up and it's staying up, you're doing good. You got cardio going. The beautiful thing about exercising too is that, according to the American Heart Association, the more that you move, the less likely you are to die from a cardiac related event. So honestly, if all else fails, if you didn't get anything from this video, do whatever you want. Move your body. Honestly, do whatever you want. This is honestly just if you wanted to have a structured workout, but you are not required to. This is just if you want to learn a little bit more. Do whatever you want. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Moose wanted to say goodbye. Say bye-bye, Moose. Say bye-bye. Have a wonderful day, guys, and please do whatever you want. Bye.